Alright, hey cousins, welcome back to our channel. It's your cousin Q, one half of your FBA cousins. The other cousin Princess is still healing from her surgery, so she'll be back soon. But in the meantime, welcome back to the channel, y'all. If you're new here, welcome in, new cousin. Have a seat, look around, see how you feel about the vibes here. And if you're not new, hey to my OG cousins. We getting back on the groove, y'all. We getting back into it. We haven't left. We still been keeping up with everything we was doing before. But life be lifing. But today's video, I just want to drop some informational things, so stick with me because I'm going to be kind of going through some things that we wanted to discuss that has changed, shifted since we've kind of been working on the back end of things. We want to make sure that you guys are updated about some new changes with Amazon because things are always changing and evolving, and we just want to make sure y'all up to date on it. Okay, so let's get into the video. All right, so the first thing that we wanted to discuss is that I know that a lot of people, that at least a lot of our cousins, started setting up their Amazon seller accounts to become an Amazon seller like within the last 2 or 3 months or so, maybe even 3-ish. So you were going into like that Q4 wave where Amazon started like hard gating stuff. They've been asking for when you're working on getting ungated, they are requiring you to have 100 units, like absolutely crazy. So we have been telling our community, our family, again, you can find a community that, you know, resonates with you, but we personally, we're telling our community, move on to the next brand and try to get ungated in that. If they aren't requiring that, we are not doing 100 units over here because we still got lives, families, 9-to-5s, bills. We don't have time for that. One of the updates we've been hearing is that they are starting to pull back and, you know, release some of those hard gated items where you can go out and try to get ungated now. So please make sure that anything we told you guys, make note of those things that you want to get ungated in that were like really good selling brands, or you had a hard time trying to get ungated because they were asking for 100 units. Write those things down. Make that something you do consistently, whether that's, you know, right now or just for the future, and start checking those things off. Check those brands again. Always constantly look back. So now is the time to start looking back and seeing if they are allowing you to sell those brands with only purchasing 10 units and showing an invoice for just the 10 and not 100. So be sure to check that out. All right. Next. So the next thing on the list that we wanted to discuss is that each year, one of the things that we've come across is that Amazon does adjust or shift what their fees and those type of things are going to be for the upcoming year. Amazon will not be doing any adjustments to their prices or fees that they charge going into 2025. So exciting. Okay, if you are a Amazon seller currently, you understand what that dance was all about. If you are not and you're new to this and maybe not as true to this yet, just know that that is a blessing. Okay, because those fees get expensive. They get expensive, and shipping is already expensive. Okay, so yes, keep in mind that they are not adjusting any of their fees. What they are currently charging, you know, per pound weight, this, that, and the third, all of their, you know, current price points will remain the same going into 2025. So clap it up for Amazon on that. That's the least y'all can do for us sellers out here. Okay, all right, so the next line of business. Oh, I know one other thing that I wanted to discuss with you guys is that if you are a current seller and you have items that like have kind of just been sitting on the wayside, like your not so great selling items, I guess you would say, or items you've had, like I know a few sellers that we do follow, they have like some items that they've had since they've started selling. Now is the time to like kind of keep up with those again. Make sure you have them listed on your Amazon store and try to sell those, try to market those a little bit more than you have been, because one thing to keep in mind is that this, with it being the holiday times, a lot of people are buying stuff as gifts. They're buying stuff for other people. So a lot of those things that may take a little while to sell, or they kind of just been sitting around, those things have been selling for us as well as for other sellers that we do know. Like those, like it's literally happened to us today. Actually over the past couple of days, a few things that's kind of been sitting around, but I know that they're good items and they will sell. We even have been thinking about like putting them over onto like a eBay or Walmart. We just haven't gotten to that space deep yet. But that was definitely a thought. I'm looking at the stuff now, y'all. That's why I keep looking to the left. But that was definitely a thought. So I would say, please, please, please make sure that you are marketing those items. Make sure you're checking the prices on those dailies just as much as you are your other things that might be, your other products that might be selling already, because this is the season where people are buying any and everything. And this is our first Q4, but we are seeing proof of it. People are buying any and everything right now. So definitely market those items just like you would your, you know, top selling products at this moment, or more frequently selling products at this moment. And just to recap kind of in regards to the hard gating, that is simply Amazon's way of being Amazon and looking out for Amazon. Like if they hard gate you, me and the next 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 other sellers who have ungated to sell Dove, once they gate us, we can no longer sell it. So now they're getting all of the money for all the, you know, all of those Dove products they're selling, or all of the Dove branded items that fall, you know, under the Dove category. So that is essentially what hard gating is. If you did not know, just throwing that in there. But essentially that's what Amazon has been doing. Like we may be able to, you know, we were able to sell Neutrogena. That was one of the brands that Amazon actually hard gated us, where we were no longer able to sell that for whatever reason. I think one of the emails that we received, because Lego was another one that we were hard gated for, and Amazon's response was literally, you guys haven't been selling this enough, so we're gonna hard gate you. Like, how many you want me to sell? 1,000? Amazon? We ain't gonna go there, but I just wanted to recap on that just so that you guys understood what hard gating was, because there's a difference between, you know, I don't want you guys to get confused between trying to get ungated to be able to sell and then what hard gated is, when they just put the stamp on it and say thank you for getting approval, doing exactly what you were supposed to do to be able to sell this brand. I know you've been selling it and you might even have some in stock right now, but we're hard gating you because we can. Essentially, that's what they did. So the next line of business, one thing that I did want to touch on, it's not necessarily an update, but just informational. So with inventory, be sure that you are managing your inventory right now, guys. It's so important. It kind of follows suit with what I kind of just finished talking about. Like if you have extra inventory that's kind of been sitting around, make sure you're keeping up with it, managing it, that type of thing. You want to make sure that you are keeping up with like what you actually truly have in stock. Even if that's not necessarily just FBM, I'm talking about mainly FBA, because FBA is where you start getting those fees and stuff, those storage fees. It is imperative that if you need to pull things out, guys. Like we do it all the time. I think right when Q4 was like getting in the thick of things, I went in and made some hard decisions about, okay, these things have been sitting for a little bit. I'm going to pull them out FBA. I think I can sell them FBM and still make just as much or more money, being able to play around with my prices a little bit more and not paying Amazon for those storage fees. So keep that in mind. Make smart decisions about what needs to go FBM, what needs to go FBA, and wherever you can cut costs and save money, do so. If you solely are a FBA seller, which is sending your items into Amazon and they handle everything for you, then it might be a little bit different. But our suggestion for our community and new sellers that are looking to us for answers, we do both FBM and FBA. And in the case that you got stuff just sitting around in that warehouse and you're pretty much just adding on fees and fees and fees, pull that stuff out. Attempt to sell it at home, attempt to sell it on another platform. The stuff we've pulled out, we have not put it on another platform. We have simply brought them home. I've been posting them, managing them through Q4 like I am managing my top selling items, and they are doing well. They actually are the things that are selling almost sometimes better than our, you know, frequently selling items right now, because it is the holidays and people are buying any and everything. It could be stuff that's not necessarily for them, but for someone. It's a present. So yes. So just wanted to touch on inventory as well, keeping up with that and managing that, okay? One other thing that I personally wanted to touch bases on, guys. Okay, so it's kind of like an update, but something that's kind of been happening is just heightened with the holidays. Returns are going crazy right now. That's what people ain't talking about. I feel like ain't nobody talking about them returns, okay? People do return, don't get me wrong, but I feel like with the holidays, people, especially with it being early in the month of like November, December, people have time to be like, oh yeah, I don't want that, or oh, I want to send this back, or oh, I want to get my money back. It didn't come. All this craziness with the holidays, returns, and people sending in requests for refunds because they haven't received something is at an all-time high. So I'm speaking to us as well as I'm talking to y'all. Like, please be on top of it, y'all, because it's been so crazy that make sure if you see people claiming they didn't get their items and never delivered to them, check check their actual tracking, see that it delivered to their location, submit a claim for those. You can fight those. Returns, charge storage fees and those type of things. We may have to do a video separately for me to explain like how you can actually charge storage fees when people return things. So yes, charge storage fees when people try to do returns. If the return doesn't look right, submit a claim. If they do a return and they have not actually shipped it off and returned it back to you, submit a claim. Like, do not be afraid to submit a claim, because the customer is not afraid to get their money back, and Amazon is not afraid to take your money and give it back to the customer. Okay, so be on top of those things. So those are just a few things that we wanted to discuss as we get deeper and deeper into Q4. So I hope this is helpful to you guys. I hope this is some things that maybe you've already been thinking about, or some things that, you know, it's kind of just bringing up like, dang, I do need to be thinking about those things too. So we getting in the groove of things now that, you know, life has calmed down some, and we hope to be able to catch you guys in our lives on here. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel so you can keep up with what we got going on a daily basis, as well as with the business also. So yeah, that's basically it, y'all. Leave us comments if you have some updates of your own or some experiences that have happened to you during Q4, whether that's been in the past or at this very moment. Either way, this is a community for us all to kind of just talk and chat about the different things that we have going on. In this community, we can only tell you guys what we know, what we've experienced, and what we are doing. But we're always open to leave your feedback, positive and respectful feedback. But of course, leave your feedback. Feedback in regards to your experiences or what you're going through, or just tips and tricks. We love those over here too, because help your cousin out. We're supposed to be family. All right, so until next time, y'all, I hope that y'all enjoyed this video, and we shall see y'all. Hopefully the plan is tomorrow, because it is Vlogmas. See y'all later. Peace.